Good morning, everyone. My name's Elaine, and I'm a member of Christ Central. Um, Today, I'm going to be reading Psalm 27, which is taken from the New Living Translation, and then I'll say a bit about it. And so the theme of this psalm is that God offers help for today and hope for the future. Unwavering confidence in God is our antidote for fear and loneliness. The Lord is my light and my salvation, so why should I be afraid? The Lord is my fortress, protecting me from danger, so why should I tremble? When evil people come to devour me, when my enemies and foes attack me, they will stumble and fall. Though a mighty army surrounds me, my heart will not be afraid. Even if I am attacked, I will remain confident. The one thing I ask of the Lord, the thing I seek most, is to live in the house of the Lord all the days of my life, delighting in the Lord's perfections and meditating in his temple. For he will conceal me there when troubles come. He will hide me in his temple. For he will conceal me there when troubles come. He will hide me in his sanctuary. He will place me out of reach on a high rock. Then I will hold my head high above my enemies who surround me. At his sanctuary I will offer sacrifices with shouts of joy, singing and praising the Lord with music. Hear me as I pray, O Lord. Be merciful and answer me. My heart has heard you say, "Come and talk with me." And my heart responds, "Lord, I am coming." Do not turn your back on me. Do not reject your servant in anger. You have always been my helper. Don't leave me now. Don't abandon me, O God of my salvation. Even if my father and mother abandon me, the Lord will hold me close. Teach me how to live, O Lord. Lead me along the right path, for my enemies are waiting for me. Do not let me fall into their hands, for they accuse me of things I've never done. With every breath, they threaten me with violence. Yet I am confident I will see the Lord's goodness while I am here in the land of the living. Wait patiently for the Lord. Be brave and courageous. Yes, wait patiently for the Lord. So this talks a lot about fear, and fear is a dark shadow that can envelop us and imprison us within ourselves. I'm sure we've all been a prisoner of fear at one time or another, whether it's fear of rejection, misunderstanding, uncertainty, sickness, loneliness, the future, even death. But we can conquer fear by trusting in the Lord, which brings salvation. Um, if we trust in him, he leads us day by day and step by step. And anything that happens, we'll get through together. If we want to dispel the darkness of fear, let us remember the first line of the psalm. The Lord is my insight, as the Lord is my light and my salvation. David's greatest desire was to live by God's presence every day of his life. What do you most desire? Do you look forward to being in the Lord's presence? We often run to God when we experience difficulties, but David sought God's guiding presence every day. When troubles come his way, when troubles came his way, he was already in God's presence and ready to handle any test. Believers can call on God for help at any time, but how short-sighted is it to only call on God when troubles come? Many of our problems could be avoided or handled more easily by seeking God's help and direction beforehand. Hindsight is the greatest sight of all. Many people have had the sad experience of being abandoned by their father or mother. This could be due to separation or divorce, differences in belief, addiction to drugs, alcohol, gambling. Even the death of a parent can make a child feel abandoned. Even as adults, the pain may linger. God can take that place in our lives, fill the void and heal the heart. His love is sufficient for all our needs. David was obviously going through a trial, but he was confident that in this present life, God would see him through it. David knew from experience what it meant to wait on the Lord. He had been anointed king at age 16, but didn't become king until he was 30. During the interim, he had been chased through the wilderness by a jealous King Saul. David had to wait on God for the promise of his fulfillment to reign. Later, after becoming king, he was chased by his rebellious son Absalom. Waiting for God is not easy. Often it seems that he's not answering our prayers or doesn't understand the urgency of our situation. That kind of thinking implies that God is not in control or is not fair. But God is worth waiting for. Lamentations chapter 3, verses 24 to 26 calls us to hope in and wait for the Lord, because often God uses times of waiting to refresh, renew, and teach us. Make good use of your waiting times by discovering what God may be trying to teach you in them. And that's all I have for you today.